Hello and good evening everybody, and welcome back. Now tonight, as you can guess from the title, we're reading another book. And today's book is, well, You Are Awesome by Matthew Syed. Now, if you can probably guess from the art, this is technically a book aimed at younger people. But it was, however, the book that started the vlog, so I got a number of pages into it. I can't remember now because I took the bookmark out about 5 minutes ago when I decided I was going to actually read this one. Well, I decided I was going to do it tonight, I should say. So I don't actually know what page I was on. Not that matters because I can't really remember any of it, I don't think. Anyway, in case you're wondering, it's literally... I'll read it actually to explain the book. As you can see, there's the front cover. I'll read the front and the back first so you know what to expect. You're awesome. Find your confidence and dare to be brilliant at almost anything. By Matthew Syed, author of Black Box Thinking and Bounce. Now, I shall read the back so you roughly know what to expect from this book. What if you become awesome at almost anything? It's not as impossible as you might imagine. If you're the kind of person who thinks, I need a special type of brain to do maths, that's me. Well, I think most people you need a special type of brain that isn't mine to do most things. You're either good at sport or you're not. That's me. I don't have a musical bone in my body. Again, that's me. Then I've written this book for you. And when I say I'm speaking from the perspective of the author, not me personally. I've not written this book, I should point out now, okay? I'll start again. I've written this book for you, to challenge the beliefs that hold you back. Whatever you want to be good at, the right mindset can help you achieve your dreams. I know you can do it. How? I wasn't born sporty, but I'm a 2-time Olympian. You know how else I know? Because you are awesome. This book is brought to you by Team Awesome, Matthew Syed, table tennis champion, and best-selling author Matt Wyman, Agony Uncle, and children's author. You have Kathy Weeks, a mindset transformer, and Toby Triumph, awesome illustrator. I don't think that's his real name, Triumph. I suppose it could be. Never met anyone called Triumph before. Anyway, I'll quickly show the back. There's a barcode. Don't know if you can scan it or not, but the price is $9.99 here. Well, it was. I paid £1 for this, I think. Was it £1? Is there a price inside here? Come on. Come on, I know there's pages in between this bit. No, there isn't a price. There's not one on the back either. It was probably £1, maybe £1.50. I bought it in a charity shop, I know that much. I don't know which one, however. So, you know. Life. Anyway, let's get Mr. Selfie Stick in position. And start, shall we? Let's get comfy. So about the turbulence. Right. I'll start at the beginning. Reader reviews. This is a review from William, age 12. I think this book is awesome. It's easy to read and very gripping. The things it teaches you are great life skills that can be applied to almost anything. This is Lindsay, William's mum, who I think may have helped write the verse review. I love this book. Easy to read and easily relatable. Even my dyslexic son, who isn't a fan of reading, has read it. It is a page turner and so positive. It really encourages children to be the best at whatever it is they want to do in life. Ella, age 13. I love this book. You Are Awesome really builds your confidence and shows you how the right mindset can help you achieve your dreams. Now before we go on, okay, I know there's going to be a few people listening thinking, You can't just change things with a positive mindset. And I'm going to say, yeah, they're probably right. But you know what? Confidence is one of many components needed to improve your life. I'm sorry, but it is, okay? And I know it's hard, but you have to try to believe in yourself. And I'll stress the word try, okay? Because I know it's not easy, okay? I don't believe in myself, if I'm honest with you. I don't. Only today I doubted myself to actually do anything. I said, James, you're 41. This is it. This is your life. This is as good as it's going to get. You're not going to do any of the other stuff. You're really not. But I'm over that now. Because I'm back here, vlogging. If I didn't believe in myself, I wouldn't be here. Or you wouldn't be watching me. Excuse me. Toby, aged 10. This book made me feel more confident in everything I do. I think it can help other children too. The book explains that working hard helps you in achieving your goals and is really inspiring. I loved it. Jamila, aged 9. This book was awesome, just like it says on the front cover. Short and sweet. Ethan, aged 10. If you are a bit nervous or unsure of trying new things, then I think you should read this book and it will help you to try and be awesome. Ian, Ethan's dad. I've also taken on board some of the advice and think it will help me as well as my son. I would urge every parent to get this book and to learn that everything can be awesome. Libby, aged 10. I loved this. The book was so inspirational in many ways that I loved. It made me laugh. Rachel, Libby's mum. It is for any child who might be feeling that everyone is getting places except them. I'll be honest with you, I'm an adult and I feel that now. Everyone seems to be doing stuff except me. Right, back to the review. Who doesn't feel good enough and challenges the thing that holds you back? Mostly your own insecurities. Feeling targeted here, I'll be honest with you, Rachel. I feel like you've targeted me personally. Daniel, aged 10. This book is awesome. This book has boosted my confidence. Before I read You're Awesome, I had a fixed mindset, but now I have a growth mindset. I also think adults and teachers should read it too. This book will boost your confidence at home and at school. And there you have it. The reviews. Now, before we start, I'm not going to go through all the copyright stuff. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to quickly show you my therapy friends. They're still with me. They're not getting away that easily. Now, admittedly, I'm going to be reading every page. I'm not going to show all the drawings. But I can assure you now that Toby Triumph done a great job at drawing art. Introduction. All about awesomeness. Getting good at stuff is not as hard as you might think. In fact, anyone can get much better at almost anything. But you're busy, right? I know you're busy. Tell me about it. There's so much to do. Sports, hobbies, time with friends, keeping up with homework. Finding the time to do everything can be a challenge. Trying to be good at everything can be even harder. Now, obviously, people watching this are going to be adults because children should not be watching YouTube, I don't think. I mean, I know there are videos aimed at kids, but I don't think many parents are going to find this video and say, here kid, watch this. But for those of you who, but for those of you who are watching, who I presume are adults, obviously, sports, hobbies, time, friends, and homework aren't going to be the most relatable things, but you got work, which is the same thing. You have your hobbies, the things you like to do. You have your home. You have to keep your home nice and tidy, don't you? You got to do some exercise. And that leaves very little time for socialising and doing other things you enjoy. So think of it like that. That is where the book comes in. It's going to let you into the secret to being awesome and tell you things that people at the top of their game know about success. If you've got a friend who seems to ace exams with no effort, or a brother who is normally betting you at tennis, or even you just feel like you're not quite sure what you're best at, then this book is for you. What's involved? Well, we're going to get up close and personal with success. Delve inside our brains to understand how we learn new skills, and equip you with strategies to build your confidence and fulfill your potential. We'll burst some myths along the way about what it takes to stand out from the crowd, share some stories of how super successful people made it to the top, and provide all the support and advice you need to achieve your personal awesomeness. So if you're up for the challenge, then let's get started. If you haven't got any time to waste, if you want to be an awesome vlogger, that's me. I want to be an awesome vlogger. Pianist, that'd be a cool thing to do. To be able to play the piano, do all the notes and stuff and make music. Physicist, okay, not quite me. Tennis ace, not quite. Chess grandmaster, I'd like to be able to beat people at chess, I think. Deep sea diver, not quite me. Heart surgeon, anyone could do heart surgery, can't they? It's not rocket science. And yes, I'm aware I ruined that joke, but it's staying in, so I think it's gold. Prime Minister, I couldn't do worse than the current guy, could I? Actually, I probably could. Computer hacker, that's illegal. Don't hack computers, people, okay? That's illegal. MI6 agent, I saw spooks, I don't want to do that. Footballer, now that would have been a cool job. I could have had so much money. Could have paid for all the therapy I wanted. Mathematician, no. Archaeologist, that would have been cool. Despite what the films say, it's actually quite a boring job, which I like boring. Teacher, no, I'm not going to apply. Teacher, plumber, barrister, barista, not to be confused with each other. Chef, travel writer, that's something I'd like to do. Dog groomer, TV presenter. Maybe this vlog will lead to TV work, you never know. Pays well, probably. Basketball player, rock star, astronaut, or cheese sprayer. I don't know what a cheese sprayer is. Apparently, cheese sprayer is a thing. And if you're going to be one, you might as well be awesome at it. Which is very true. Sound advice from the book. I'm reading the book now, by the way, people. Oh, and by the way, that perfect selfie, that great maths result, or the amazing piano performance, they would lie if they said they didn't practice. Chapter 1. From Kid Average to Kid Awesome. Or, in our case, from Adult Average to Adult Awesome. We can do it, people. We really can. Okay, Chapter 1. Imagine a very ordinary kid living in a completely ordinary street on the outskirts of a totally ordinary town. You can probably see where this is going already. This kid, let's call him Kid A, probably spends his weekends hanging out in the ordinary shopping centre, and then goes home to eat an ordinary dinner in his ordinary house. Yep, you've got it, it's all fairly ordinary. As for the town's famous sons and daughters, people born in the area who went on to do great things and change the world. Well, there really aren't many, apart from a TV weatherman and the guy who might, no one is quite sure, have invented a crucial bit of the tumble dryer in the 1980s. But that's it, honestly, this place is duller than a dull day in Dolesville. So I hear you asking, why are we beginning this book here? What's the point of zoning in on Kid A, in his ordinary bunk bed in his ordinary bedroom? Well, that's exactly the point. Kid A is ordinary, just like any other kid, perhaps just like you. Have something amazing is about to happen. Kid A's life is about to change. Forever. Now, he isn't going to be bitten by a radioactive spider or struck by a thunderbolt that gives him superpowers. Instead, returning from school one day, Kid A's mum and dad are waiting outside their house for him. They are up to something, Kid A is sure of it. Snow is hopping backwards and forwards like an overexcited frog, and his dad is smiling. Yes, smiling. Kid A knows that this can only mean one thing. They've got a surprise in store. Close your eyes, squeals his mum mid-leap. Kid A complies, but inside is seriously hoping this doesn't turn out to be anything like the last surprise they pulled. The one with the trampoline, which ended with an embarrassing call-out to the fire brigade. Great excitement, Dad hauls open the garage door. Right, you can look now. For the moment, Kid A thinks he's missing something. His parents stand beside him, beaming with pride. It's a table, says Kid A, sounding puzzled. I know it looks like an old table, said his dad, springboard, but see, it's a table tennis table. Before Kid A can respond, his mum thrusts a table tennis bat and ball into his hand, and before he can say ping pong paddle, he's facing his dad across the net. What are you waiting for? His mum shrieks. Now close to a mild frenzy. His dad is also looking positively dangerous, like he might injure himself or someone else in the close vicinity. He's doing wild warm-up stretches with his legs and bending in a position that Kid A has never seen before, except maybe the ones you might see in a pretzel. Come on, let's have a go, his dad shouts from the other side of the table. Kid A stares over the net at his dad. This evening really has taken an unexpected turn, but in spite of this, he holds the bat ready and waits for his dad to serve. And this is where we press the pause button on the story. Why? Because Kid A has reached a big fork in his life. Not the kind where he faces... This is the kind where he faces a choice between two paths. One path will see him carry on living his ordinary, unremarkable life. The other path will take him on an awesome and incredible journey, and it all comes down to what happens next. But let's save the best until last. And begin with the path that leads to Kid A becoming Kid Average. Back to the story though. Concentrating hard, Kid Average waits, slightly longer than he thought he might have to. Instead went back into the house to get his Lucky Sports headband. Next thing he knows, the ball comes whizzing across the net like a bullet, and Kid Average misses it. Completely. Well, that was unlucky, he thinks. Dad seems good at this. Maybe he just got lucky though. Or maybe it was those stretches, or that headband. Kid Average tries again. This time, the ball slices sideways, bounces off the table and spins out of the garage door. Never mind, says his dad. Try again. Turning a fancy shade of beetroot, Kid Average is not exactly enjoying this. He makes another attempt at serving. This time the ball scrapes over the net, only for his father to return the serve with such force that the ball comes back at him like a missile. Connects with his end of the table and then hits him full force on the elbow. Come on, buddy, shouts his dad, still jumping about like a pro. You can do better than that. Kid Average collects the ball from the garage floor and considers asking for the headband to use as a bandage. He shovels back to the table, but his heart just isn't in it. Fasting his own, he could face further humiliation from his dad. He seems to have found his inner Olympian, or be in his bedroom with his game console. Just then, the console wins. I've had enough, he says, setting the bat on the table, but thanks anyway. For a while, his parents blame each other, or rather his mum blames his dad for being too competitive. But it quickly becomes clear that Kid Average just doesn't have the fire in him to take up the challenge. But I'm no good at it, protests Kid Average when his dad suggests a game the following week. To be fair, his bruises have only just faded from last time. Why don't you practice with Andrew, his mum suggests. This is Kid Average's worst nightmare. Never mind his dad. His brother is more competitive than Mo Farah in the 10,000 metre final. There is no way he wants a pasting from that muppet, who's bound to tell everyone at school about it too. No thanks, sighs Kid Average. He takes himself off to his bedroom. It's bound to be better than me anyway. Now, there's 3 little speech bubbles here, which I think is worth seeing. The demons of negativity. I've had enough. I'm no good at it. He's bound to be better than me. I think that's what that last one says. Yes, it does. It's hard when you're looking at the camera because you're kind of reading backwards. Now this is what I've done all my life. I ain't kid average. I'm adult average now because I always chicken out of things I was never any good at. Always did. I chickened out of everything I was never any good at. And if I'm honest, I still do it now. I stick to things I'm good at. Or at least competent at. I ain't kid average. Back to the book. Time goes by. His dad takes up golf and the table tennis table in the garage begins to gather dust. His mum piles his dad's new golf clubs on it for a while, before she gets fed up with the lack of space. Eventually she takes it apart, sacks it to one side and sells it to the next door neighbour for an absolute bargain. Meanwhile, Kid Average continues to shuffle through life. School reports suggest he could try harder, but it never happens. In his eyes, challenges, obstacles, and definitely best avoided. Instead, he ignores his parents' pleas to get out more and rarely leaves his room. There, with his console in hand and stacks within easy reach, sets about, well, doing nothing. It's fair to say that Kid Average is living up to his name. But one day, he's surfing through sports videos, looking for something to pass the time when he comes across a live stream of the National Table Tennis Championship Finals. Seeing this brings his not-so-amazing ping-pong debut back to him. The match is taking place inside a huge hall watched by hundreds of spectators. The camera zooms in on the player with the ball in hand. He's totally focused and completely calm, as if perhaps he's been working towards this moment for a long time. Kid Average sits up straight. His attention is glued to the screen because the player on the screen in front of him, preparing to serve the championship, looks strikingly familiar. And now for the story of Kid Awesome. Now let's rewind to the point where Kid A's story reached that fork in the path. He's facing his dad across the net, remember? Kid A's first attempt at hitting the ball goes seriously badly wrong. The second try is worse and the third attempt results in a bruise the size of the tennis ball on his elbow. Unlike Kid Average, however, he doesn't give up. He said he feels some kind of knot in his stomach. First he thinks it might be the 2 chocolate bars he had at afternoon break. But that's not it. It's something else. He realises that he wants to put up a fight, to get a bit better and to show his dad that he can win at least 1 point off him. Okay, so he knows he's got some improving to do. Actually, that is the understatement of the millennium. He has got absolutely stacks of improving to do. Instead of putting down the bat and burying his head back into his laptop, he tells himself that if he tries in time, he might just do a bit better. After all, what's the worst that could happen? At the very least, his mum might dial down the excitable frog moves. So rather than quitting right there and right then, he picks up the ball and tries again. And again. And again. And again. Okay, I'm not going to read them all, but there's a load. I'll show you that. Can't actually see. Look, there it is. Now I can actually see the screen. You can actually see. Basically implies that he doesn't give up. An hour later, he's yet to score a point against his dad, but he's quite a lot better. There have been no further ping-pong-induced injuries and he's learning from the experience. Every now and then, he even surprises himself with a half-decent return serve. And there was a moment when he almost put a shot past his dad. Now admittedly, Kid A is not going to win any prizes yet, but he's making minor improvements. And it's definitely a little bit better than totally useless. And what's more, he's quite enjoying it. Turns out that this surprise was one of his parents' better ideas. While Kid Average has decided he's no good, given up completely and gone to bed, Kid Awesome is determined and sticks to it. He really wants to improve, not just by a little bit, but as far as he can take things. Kid Awesome set on becoming the best table tennis player he can. He realised that this all comes down to how often he can get in the garage to practice. He soon starts to love the game, so much so that he has even started thinking about asking his brother to help him practice. Strangely, Kid Awesome has stopped minding that his brother might be better than him. But it's not quite true. He minds a bit, because the fact that his brother is better forces Kid Awesome to work even harder at the game. Together the pair put in so many hours at the table that the dad has to check on them to make sure that everyone is still in one piece. But thanks to spending so much time with a bat in hand, Kid Awesome starts to learn from his mistakes and picks up skills that no amount of stretching from his dad or brother could ever hope to match. Word spreads through the street that table tennis is pretty good fun. And what happens in an ordinary town when someone gets something new? Yep, you've guessed it. Everyone wants one. Before Kid Awesome knows it, the whole area is wild for ping pong. The table tennis club at school is inundated with new members. But now with plenty of practice, after school, most weekends and holidays, Kid Awesome is beyond good. He joins a regional team on a winning streak, and then, to the delight of his parents, their table tennis purchase now seeming like a 24-karat gold idea, his brother and everyone who has played a role in this long journey makes it to the final of the national championships. The match is streamed live. Kid Awesome finds himself under the spotlights and under pressure, but he is ready for this moment. He's been training hard and all his preparations are going to plan. It's a tough match, his greatest challenge yet. Kid Awesome's opponents prove to be skillful and a bit cunning, but he doesn't lose his cool. Wrestles hard and finds himself at match point. All of a sudden, with the audience holding their breath, he realises just how far he has come. For years now, he's been getting up early to practice and loving the challenge of improving his game. With this in mind, he serves for the match and wins. Kid Awesome punches the air. It's a dream come true. And that's the thing about dreams, they can come true. But unlike all those fairy tales we hear about, they don't happen by accident. That's where the book in your hand comes in. It's all about how we turn our dreams into something we really can achieve. Now, we're not talking about those fancy types of dreams where your school is invaded during a zombie apocalypse. We aren't even talking about major dreams, you know, the one where you're receiving an Oscar for directing a Hollywood blockbuster, or you've been awarded a Nobel Peace Prize for your services to international diplomacy. No, we're talking about the dreams you have of landing that part in the school play, finally getting into the athletics team, hitting all the right notes in choir practice, or even improving significantly in the next maths test. Whatever your ambition, even if it seems out of your reach right now, this book is all about how to fulfill your potential and achieve it. This might seem like a bold promise, but there's one more thing you need to know about Kid Awesome. The boy who chose the path to become a champion. It was me. And when I say me, I don't mean me as in me, I mean me as in me, the author. Well, I'm going to presume it's Matthew Syed. And that tonight concludes the book, or rather, the book for tonight. So, I am James, as you should know by now. I have been reading You Are Awesome by Matthew Syed. There will be a link in the description to where that will allow you to look for this book. Although you've seen the artwork here, so you should be able to find it easy enough. But I'll put a link in to maybe something on Penguin Publishings or something, a neutral page where you can't buy it, but it will tell you other places to buy it. Anyway, and also, just so you know, if you do buy it, I'm not getting any money for this. Wish I was, but I'm not. So, until next time, I do, actually before we go, we'll say this, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. And I think this is a book that I generally do need to finish. I started it, I got up to this bit and then I started the vlog, I think. It's right out here anyway. Yes, the book that started it all. I have quite a few of these self-help books, so I'll probably read them all on the page in time. Anyway, until next time, I'm James. I hope you're well, and I hope you're all ready for the new year's coming right up. So until next time, take care of yourselves everyone. Bye.